Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Rush here, and sorry I have had a very long absence from making videos. I've been doing quite a lot of schoolwork recently, but anyways, without further ado, welcome to the video where I summarize iOS 13.3.1, I believe, developer betas 4, 5, and now the GM build. So obviously you guys will see what it is by the title, but I am today installing the GM version of iOS 13.3.1. And reason why I didn't cover the last two betas in their own separate videos is because, again, I was doing a bunch of schoolwork, so I couldn't really make those videos. But now I'm making this one summarizing all three. So without further ado, let's install this, and obviously it's going to verify the update. I've already installed these, but iOS 13.3.1, which came out to all of you a few days ago, came around 3.78 gigs for me, so it was around 3 gigabytes, and really it was just to address some minor bugs. And really, the bug I've been noticing the most with iOS 13.3.1 Developer Beta 3, because I've been on Developer Beta 3 for the longest time now, so the major bug I've noticed with that is probably like how the OS behaves. It's a little laggy at times, is what I will say. iOS 13.3.1 has been a little bit laggy, and I mean, cellular service and even Wi-Fi, I mean, they've been great, but sometimes the Wi-Fi drops is what I've noticed, which, I mean, I don't know if that's my new router, or if that is the software. I'm assuming that it's the actual software, because beta softwares tend to be very unstable, which, I mean, that's kind of obvious. I mean, it's a beta for a reason. So, I will assume that it was that. But, anyways, it is installing onto my phone here, so I am going to have that install. And what I also have to do is, unfortunately, I've noticed, I don't know if this is a bug or not, but if it is, I have to basically get rid of, I have to erase my whole phone, make a backup of it first, but then I have to erase the whole phone and put the software back on it, because apparently my phone has decided to make the storage called Other around 98 gigabytes, which is not normal. And I've tried everything from deleting my Safari history and all of that, and none of it has worked. So I'm going to have to, probably if this doesn't fix it, I'm going to have to resort to deleting everything on here, including obviously the OS, and I'm going to have to get everything back from the backup I made. So let's hope that it's not a serious issue and that it's just like a small bug that was on that software, but I mean, we'll obviously have to see. I'm assuming it was a bug, but I mean, I could be wrong. But anyways, though, we are just waiting on this to update here, and I think what I might do is I might actually just, like normal of my past iOS videos, I might just come back, honestly. So I will be right back. Hey guys, I am back, and you guys may have noticed that the sort of, I guess, scene kind of changed. But essentially, we are now on the GM build of iOS 13.3.1. Actually, I think that's the version number. I hope I got it correct. Yeah, 13.3.1. So, what I will say, actually, because I have been using this for at least one day so far, because I decided to do that. But what I will say is it is performing very well. I have noticed that the cellular connection and the even the Wi-Fi connection has actually gotten way better since the last developer beta. So it is definitely a solid software. And if you guys are like debating about updating to it, if you say like are just a user who just has regular iOS updates, I would say if you're having issues with the current software you're on, update like immediately. It's gonna fix most of your issues, most likely. And also, if, I mean, say, you just want to update just because, I mean, it's a great update. So, I mean, by all means, update, because it is definitely up there in terms of, like, updates and how good they are. And even, like, the response on this is very good, too. I mean, It's pretty quick. It's pretty snappy, I will say. So, definitely worth updating to, in my opinion. But so far, honestly, I will say too, like even like launch times for apps, like your Apple settings, the App Store. I mean, all of it is like just speedy quick. Even calendar. It's like just basically like crazy, like even calculator as well. All of these apps launch very fast. Even something as simple as YouTube as well launches pretty quick when you have a good internet connection. It launches pretty super duper quick. And let's actually, this is going to be a new test I do, but let's test the internet speeds. We're going to do this on Wi-Fi and cellular if I can. If I cannot, well, then that just kind of sucks, but let's test our Wi-Fi speeds here. Looking good so far at around 160 megabit per second download speeds, which is not bad. The ping is about 10 milliseconds, which is also not that bad. Upload speeds are looking good too, around 20 megabits per second so far. Not too shabby. Almost approaching 21. Will it make it? Yes, it will. It's kind of jittering a little bit between there. Okay, 21.1. Not bad. And I will rate that as 5 stars, because that is nice. Now see, one thing I will say though is that my router, it's rated to run at a maximum of 400 megabits per second, but sometimes the internet can fluctuate, it just depends. But I mean, 161 is still not bad, honestly. And let's try one more test with the internet. Let's try loading up one of my websites. Let's try loading up my main website here. Good, responded pretty quickly. Let's go to the dark mode variant. Same thing, responded very, very quickly, which is great. Alright, let's switch between pages, see how fast that goes. Great. Yeah, I mean, these are loading up pretty quickly, I will say. That is great to see. Yeah, looks like all of this is loading up, which is great. I remember this latest YouTube video page. I need to fix this, but yeah, that's funny. But so I mean, really, it is working, which is great. That is great news. So anyways, if you guys wanted to also see here, let me see if I can find the developer notes for you guys if there is any. I don't believe, yeah, there's not a feedback app on this. So, I mean, really what I will say is this is a solid update, and I think you guys should update, but I mean, that's really honestly about it in terms of like what I have for you guys. Now, for the other developer betas, they were decent for what they were, but I will say that they could have definitely used some work, and I think Apple has really brought it to the table here with this software. I think they've really cleaned up iOS 13 ever since its launch, because I know that the launch was not really the best for some of you guys. Now, for me personally, I got lucky again, because that was what happened with iOS 11 as well. iOS 11 for most people was pretty bad, I will say, but for me, I had no issues. Like, even switching from my iPhone 6s to this iPhone 10 that I have here, I had no issues. And the software ran just fine for me, even though I was on developer betas on iOS 11. And even on iOS 12 as well, which, I mean, iOS 12 was great for almost everyone. But for iOS 13, it's kind of reminiscent of iOS 11 in the sense that there is a lot of new features and that it's pretty unstable sometimes. But, I mean, honestly, with Apple reorganizing how they're going to launch software with iOS 14, this WWDC, I think it's really going to help. I think Craig Federighi did a great job of explaining like how it's going to be reorganized and like how it's going to better the like developer releases of software and even public beta testers release of software as well. So then that way you can turn off certain features that say may not be exactly working that well. So I mean, that is a great thing to see, honestly, that Apple is striving to improve the way that they deliver beta softwares, because you have to also keep that in mind too, that these softwares are beta softwares, meaning that they're not like final, basically. So essentially, I'm just gonna put this on Do Not Disturb, but essentially though, the software I'm on right now, this is a public release. This is what you call stable. Whereas the software I was on, like, way back, I'd say maybe like a week or so ago, I downloaded it, but the software I was on then, that was a developer beta. So really, there's a big difference. Honestly, there is a massive difference. So if you're the kind of person that likes stability and does not exactly want to like have their phone have the chance of being unstable, then by all means stay on the like regular releases of iOS. Now, if you're somebody who wants to like maybe say enter into this kind of thing, I won't personally link the like thing to go to the profile, but I will say if you look up like say iOS 13 beta profile, you will most likely find it. But again, I'm not going to provide a link as a respect to Apple, because I don't want Apple coming after me for like basically having developer beta profiles like that are like for free, because technically you should not be getting them for free. Technically, for a developer account, and to get these, really, you have to pay $100 a month. Actually, no, sorry, not $100 a month, $100 a year for a developer account if you want access to the developer betas, and if you also want access to, like, say, like building apps and such. So essentially, it's a developer account. But if you want to take the free route, there is an option for you there. That is called public beta testing, if you guys are not aware of that. If you still want to test the betas, but you don't want to pay that absurd $100 a year to some of you, I mean, that can seem absurd. So if you don't want to pay that, and wait maybe a little bit longer to have that beta come out to you, rather than obviously being a developer, then Apple does offer that version on their website. All you have to do is look that up, or, I mean, I can so graciously, obviously, provide that in the link in the description, which I most likely will in this video, because I need to get better about doing that. But essentially, though, I'm going to stop rambling, and I will catch you guys in the next one, in the next video, rather, which will be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I believe it will be part 4 or part 5 then. I'm not exactly sure on what exact one it's going to be, because, I mean, I've just been away from YouTube for such a long time. It is going to be, I can double check it here, it's going to be part 4. So I will see you guys in part 4 of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And I hope so far you guys have loved that series. I know I definitely have loved doing this series, and I can't wait to expand more on these, on this series, and like have more spin-off series from it. So it's going to be a great game, honestly, to play. The replayability of it is amazing. So, but anyways, though, I will now go, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. We all have our